On today's Real Review is Migration. Hi, it is me, Lee, again, back to review another movie. Up today is Migration, a movie released December 22nd, 2023, written by Mike White and Benjamin Renner, directed by Benjamin Renner and Gilo Homsi. It stars Kumail Nanjiani and Elizabeth Banks. Released by Illumination and Universal Studios. This is a movie about not letting your fears hold you back from experiencing life, and more importantly, about not passing on that fear to your kids. If that is enough to interest you in it, go watch it. Really, just stop and go watch it. Okay, is it a good movie? It is an average movie, IMDb having it at a 7.2, Rotten Tomato at 72%, and Metacritic at a 60%. Honestly, those seem about right. Maybe a bit high in my opinion. This movie does have one issue that I consider to be kind of big and a problem that is pretty rampant in the movie industry right now. If you watch the trailers, you will know roughly the first half of the movie. It is 90 minutes and you get the plot in the trailer. The Heron, the restaurant, New York, all of that you get to know without even getting a ticket. That honestly kinda sucks. It makes that bit of the movie a bit boring. How were the performances? They were all fine, no complaints. The animation? It is gorgeous and up to par with what I would expect from Illumination. There is nothing wrong with this movie. Some of the jokes didn't work for me, but kids in the theater were laughing, so I will count them as working for the intended audience. If you are curious why they didn't work for me, it is pretty simple. They do a joke and then do it again a few more times in a row to make sure it is obviously a joke. This happens a few times. There is one odd part of the movie for me. It is the villain. This movie didn't need one, but it had one, and worse than that is it was basically just Salt Bae. Why is he the villain? It is a bit odd. First they break out as Macaw Delroy when they are at the restaurant because they need to get to Jamaica, then they land at a duck farm that happens to sell ducks to that restaurant. They help those ducks escape. That would have all been enough, but it goes on even further. This man chases them down in a helicopter to recapture them, and while he recaptures the macaw and all of the other ducks, he only seems interested in our main characters. And that is all of the real conflict in the entire movie. Again, this movie is pretty average. I would probably give it a 5 or a 5.5 out of 10. I don't think it will have many people, including children, remembering it fondly. None of the performances are over the top like Gru, and the story isn't as good as something like Super Mario or The Lorax. Kids will likely enjoy it, and adults will likely be vaguely underwhelmed for about half of it. Do I recommend it? Not really, but if you have time and nothing else to watch, or like me, you have a subscription to a theater, then you won't be angry about the time spent. If you want to see more real reviews, like and subscribe. Up next is Aquaman 2.